here. This is Peter. I am the head trainer for Pixel Art Academy, and I'll be taking you on Final Cut Pro 7. Let's just get started. We'll be going over the basics of Final Cut Pro. Well, over here on my dock, I have Final Cut Pro, and I will click it now, and it's open. There's actually a higher version which is called Final Cut Pro X, but for this lesson and subsequent tutorials I'll be having with my students, I train them on Final Cut Pro 7. This is how the interface of Final Cut Pro looks. It's just like Premiere, some Sony Vegas, and what have you, Adios, and the others. This is your source monitor, this is your project monitor, this is your timeline, and this is your project bin. Over here you also have your effects. So let's just get started. We'll import our footage right now. I have to say, however, that this is just a quick tutorial. It does not substitute for the hands-on training we give at Pixel Art Academy. This is just a quick online tutorial to get our students and prospective ones to understand what it is that they're going to be learning at Pixel Art Academy. So we go over to File, we go to Import, we go over to Files, and it brings up a pop-up window that gives us access to our internal drives on the computer. We can go either this way, or we can go click on the project bin and select on the keyboard, press Command I, and you go to the same place. Or you can just go straight to your Finder and get the material or the video you want. Right now I have two videos. I have a particular one. This is called Echoes of Mercy and Hope Foundation, and it's over 238 megabytes, and the dimensions, so the screen resolution and size is 1920 by 1080. That will tell you that it was shot on an HD camera. So this is a HD material. We drag it over here to the project bin, and same thing with the second one. Now we need some other materials like the lower third. These were already made before, and okay, so let's also take the montage. Alright, so we can close this up. So we have the Echoes montage. By the time you double click on it, it will open up here on the source monitor, and click on the lower third. We have this. The lower third is like a name caption. You can have the names of your subject, so whoever you have there. This is one of the cameras, and it's on this lady. We'll call her subject 2, and then this is on subject 1. It shows you on your project monitor because this is where you're supposed to see whatever it is you are doing before you bring it down to the timeline. So let us select the part where we want, and let's quickly listen. We press spacebar on the keyboard.
Voila. Yeah.
Let's go back to the beginning. Let's see what she says.
Okay, voila. Yeah. Yeah.
So we only take the part she says, Erin Otek Bola. We are going to be leaving out the Mrs. part. So there you go.
Okay, voila. Yeah.
So we stop there by pressing space on your keyboard, and then we click here on the mark out. So we've marked that out, and then we click with your mouse and drag all the way down to the timeline. Make sure that the pointer points downwards, not forward, downwards. This is the correct way it should be. It will bring up this message that for best performance, your sequence on external video should be set to the format of the clips you're editing. Change sequence settings to match the clip settings. You say yes, and of course it would just adapt it to the settings of the clip you're bringing in, because the settings of the timeline itself was originally 1280 by 720, I believe. Go over to sequence, we just check on the settings, and we can see that the settings for the video clip is actually 1440 by 1080, which is actually very high, if you ask me. We go over to the second part, and we select the other lady. I don't think she mentioned her name, but let's see. Alright, she doesn't really say her name, so we just have to take out the part where she, laughs or chuckles for a bit. So we scrub through with our mouse, and then we select that. We bring it over to the timeline, which is good. So once we drag that down, we can actually separate them on the timeline. So we have this space like this.
Yeah.
It will give you this blank space just before it gets to the next one. By the time you press spacebar, it stops. You can see that your indent only plays on the part where it has the video files on. So if we see it's going to be on blank screen, why? Because there is nothing on this timeline. On the time space continuum, well, I like to say that. On the timeline, there's an empty space here. So you click and then you drag and you bring it over to this side, to the other end, or you just, that's not my Z by the way, right click in the middle and choose on close gap. If you also do the same thing here to take it straight to the beginning of the sequence of the time, which is about over here it's just about 0 0. But if we take everything like this by selecting, how do I do that? I just click highlight, stick it over here, and then we bring it there, and then all right, so let's play it and see. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to cut out the part where she just says okay and then laughs. So we select that part, we go over here to our blade, click on it, and then press A, or you click on the arrow tool, select it, delete, right click, close gap, then let's see what we have.
Yeah.
Alright, so we have Erin Otegbala, and then the other lady says okay. So we're going to take our lower third now and then put it right on the top, not here, on the top, yep, of Erin Otegbala, or both of them, and then see what happens. Why is it that we have this bar? It's because this lower third is here. If we take out the lower third, the bar won't show, and you can see that the lower third also doesn't display anything in the background. Why? Because we do not have, over here, we do not have Erin Otegbala's clip below it. So we have to put it above Erin Otegbala's clip so the indent can see that there are two overlapping videos. The first video is an alpha matte lower third, and then which is transparent, and then the one below it is Erin Otegbala. So this is the one above, this is the one below. So we're going to type Erin Otegbala's name right now. To do that, we go click on the video on the project monitor, sorry, on the source monitor. Over here, this little video that has an A sign, you go over to text again, go to controls, and then type her name, Erin Otegbala. Yep. Click on video, bring it all the way down. Now, since we want it to show above it, we do not bring it all the way down here, else this is what we're going to have. So what we do, we just bring it over down, just above the lower third. So we have 3 video tracks now. The first video track has the title, second one has lower third, first one is a title, Erin Otegbala, second one is a lower third, and then the last one underneath is Erin Otegbala's video clip herself. So we have this like this. Now we are going to attempt to take Erin Otegbala, we double click it, and then change the orientation, because the orientation is set to center. We go over to controls, go to origin, it brings up this crosshair, and then we drag Erin Otegbala down. Immediately, just shift it backwards again. Yeah, much better. So we reduce the transition for it to go away. Command minus to zoom out again, and yeah, next thing we're going to do is add the montage. By the time we double click on this, we can see the montage comes here out of the matter. So we select that, can actually see a notable over here. Let's start with this blind and light frame. Mark in. This is to mark out. This is to mark in. Drag it down to the timeline. Like I told you, make sure it's pointing downwards. Right click, close the gap, select all of them, move them aside. Let's also quickly, just right click over there and shift this way. Right click, select everything, and Command R, or go to sequence render selection both. Just say OK. And it will render in just about a minute. File. Edited.
Hearing Otebola. Yes.
Alright, so thank you very much. This is just a quick tutorial, a quick way of showing you how to quickly edit, and so you kind of show you most of what we'll be learning when you come to Pixel Academy. We'll be learning quite a lot of stuff, graphics, effects, a lot really. So thank you very much, and I'll be uploading more tutorials as the time goes on, and we'll see you again. Once again, this is Peter, and cheers.